Team Element said the busy builder is now live. Streaming miniatures.
Hello. And we are back. Just needed a few weeks down to kind of work at my own pace, get some things cleared up. Apparently the seats are handed? Oh, I guess they are. Yeah, these go towards the inside. All right. Tell you one thing, real life tried as hard as it wanted to keep me from being on today, though. Been having sneezing fits, almost like a head cold, since Tuesday. Hey Davos, how you doing? We're back. I also picked up another kit that could be a fun build, but they're known for being absolute dogs, even though they're a new tool. And that's the, here, let me move this. The Revell 32nd scale EC 135, 145. I've got the yellow ADAC kit, so we might tackle that one in little bites. Yeah, I needed some downtime though, just to kind of clear things up, push forward on some stuff. Those should be covered by seats. What have y'all been up to lately? So, kind of the plan of action for this. I want to get the seats assembled. And then get the major cockpit parts all kind of together. Paint those parts. And then while that's drying, I want to get things like the fuel tanks and the bombs and stuff assembled.
The real brush guy said hello. A good day. I love the Dragonfly.
Oh yeah, the Mini A10's always been a favorite of mine too. And it predates the A10 as well. And someone might ask, well, why are you building this kit instead of the Trumpeter kit? Trumpeter kit got issues. Issues I don't want to deal with.
The real brush guy said I didn't.
I know you didn't. I'm just saying in general, somebody might ask that. This kit's actually pretty darn good.
Guy said Tino. The real brush guy asked what issues?
Shape of the nose is completely off. And it's not like, oh, it's like a slight curve that you can kind of ignore once you get the refueling boom on. It's one of those things that you can't unsee, and it's really not worth the effort to fix. To me, it looks like it's too blunt and too wide. Like it doesn't taper enough. I'm sure somebody out there more knowledgeable than me will be able to pinpoint it better, but that's what I could tell just from looking at it. But next stream day after today should be Sunday. And then again on the following Friday. I'm going to try and get back into that rotation. There's the throttle quadrants and the sticks. I don't want to glue them in just yet, but I might have to. We'll leave them out for the moment. I also picked up the air defense LAV. I want to look into that a little bit more before I start painting, though. Or even before I start building. Because I know 4 of them got deployed and actually used. I don't know if they were camouflage or if they were just green and there's just a shitload of dust on them. Another odd thing about this little kit, though, is there's plenty of room in the nose for weight. At least I think there is. And yet they still include a little clear stand that you gotta drill a hole for and put in the tail. So we're gonna rectify that as well. And I've been looking, and it doesn't look like any major panel lines intersect where the seams could be. So if I play my cards right, we could wind up putting this together with little to no excessive putty. I hope. We'll see. I haven't seen this kit since it came out back in the 90s. I don't remember it being bad, but I don't remember a lot about it. We're going to do some test fitting. Yeah, if I can play my cards right, because you'll see...
The real brush guy said I built the Hasagawa 172 Dragonfly as a
Like,
kid.
this panel line doesn't
Back
matter
then,
as
I
much.
even painted my models.
Neither does this one. I've got the Academy one painted up, but I wanted to do one in 1/48. So there's an antenna that glues there, one that glues there. Just want to check some overall fit before I start doing too much. Just so I know where future issues might be. Let's do this. Might have to be careful right around there. But if I can use Mr. Surfacer just right, I might be able to clean that up without a lot of sanding. But one thing I do want to remove right now come here. Is that right there? The manufacturing information. So this is the original Monogram boxing. So it comes with the Vietnamese or US Air Force markings for Vietnam. Later ones, re-released by Revell, came with markings for an overall gunship gray aircraft out of Osan Air Force Base in Korea. go. Okay. So I'm going to have to let this dry a little bit longer so I can sand that down before I paint it. We'll get started on the munitions. We got Mark 82s, gun pods, fuel tanks, and I think napalm. Ugh. I always thought it was strange that this kit, being released in '92, is actually a later release than the Revell or Monogram SU-25. That had actually come with engraved panel lines. Hey, Almanax. I'm fine, just allergies and shit like that hitting. It wasn't anything health-related like that. I just wanted to finish up a few things without the constraint or thought process of, should I wait? Should I keep going? Hi, Allie. Cleaned up, got rid of some stuff. Got some more stuff. What are we doing, girl? I know, I'm working on something that doesn't involve you. Hey.
At Almanac said 'tis the season for nasal warfare.
I know, pretty girl, but you gotta go back over into the box. I can't have you right here. I don't want you getting, like, glue or X-Acto knife holes or anything in you. So come on. Oh, good girl. Over here. I got up the other morning, I want to say it was Tuesday or maybe Monday. No, Tuesday. And yeah, as soon as I sat up in bed, my nose just drained. I'm like, oh, wonderful, I can see how this is gonna go. And it literally felt like I had a head cold coming in. But it's also nice to revisit kits like this and just see what you can do with them. You don't need all the expensive stuff just to make it look nice. I compared the cockpit in this to, say, like an Ares set, and for what you can see in the end, this is pretty well detailed. I will have another weekend when I don't stream around my birthday. It's the big 5-0. The wife wants to make it special, so not doing much that weekend outside of whatever she had in mind. Those. Okay. Let's get some of these together, and then I guess I can actually get the white paint out and spray the wheel wells first.
Ed Almanac said you're still luckier than me. I won me a lumbar herniated disc and am allowed deep in physiotherapy these days.
Oh, I've been living with that for about 25 years now. There's days at a time that I have to force myself to even get up to go to work. Okay, strange. Here's where it attaches to the pylon.
I am struggling to decide who I dislike more, dentists or physiotherapists.
Physiotherapist, because you always have to go back to the physiotherapist for the same problem. The dentist, usually once they fix what's wrong, you don't have to go back for it. So these are supposed to be the lifting lugs. But in order to mount it on the airframe correctly, you gotta have it in the X pattern, which would put them here. Just for my own anal retentiveness, we might be rewiring these bombs.
Ed Almanac said true. Good point.
Because when it comes to stuff like spine and nerve damage, you can never totally get rid of it. I'm gonna put everything together, then see what I can fit and what I need. I wish I had some Mark 82 snake eyes, because those would actually be more appropriate for a low-level drop. But we can live with the slicks. And if you guys like this, maybe I'll do more old good kits built to a higher standard than trying to do new hotness. Trying to get these as close to centered as I can.
Ed Elmanoff said honestly, it's the craft that interests me. Not so much if it is the latest and greatest in sad model.
Well, the same here, because the only benefit the Trumpeter kit has over the Monogram kit is scribe panel lines. Other than that, it's the same scale, same aircraft, and typical, you know, Trumpeter always has to have some kind of flaw in it. I was half tempted, more like a third tempted, not half, to rescribe this. But then I really started looking at it, and some of the other A37s I'd actually been around. One, panel lines really aren't that visible, and two, there's actually a lot of raised rivets on it. So, it's gonna stay. The pros of the overall detailing on this kit outweighs the con of some raised panel lines. I will be building it with the debris screens stowed, even though they do flip up when it's on the ground, because the kit also comes with intake covers. So I'll be putting those in. I'll have the cockpit open. I want to try and at least put all the remove before flight tags on it, where they would be applicable. Because it's really not a large model. So anything that could be done to make it look a little more interesting. And I don't know, I might try going to another model meeting tonight. I don't know what you guys think on that. Last one was kind of I could take the Puma that I'm still working on the figures on. I haven't really touched those. The Kenworth that I just threw together, and the McLaren Formula One. as my little bits of show and tell. The hell? But I've already got all my colors picked out for this too. The base green, dark tan. Got the gray for the belly. Got the dark gull gray for the cockpit. I almost want to do an F-105 after this. Who makes 48 scale F-105s? I know Monogram did the Wild Weasel. One moment. I'll be back in a minute. Gotta swap some cars around. Got my son a new car and he needs to replace the power steering pump already. Be back in a few. Sorry about that. Just had to get the cars out of the way so my son can get his car up into the garage where it's shady and he can work on it. I might have a look through some of my other aircraft kits and see if I have period correct rocket pods or something to use. Just to liven up a little bit better. Because this was a close air support aircraft. Do not like these Mark 82s.
At Almanac said gone are real life. Always encroaching on the hobby time.
Well, he's the one that's going to be doing the fixing on that car. I paid for it, though. His other car has just gotten too far gone that it's really not worth the money to put into it. That is going to be a pretty nicely full-looking cockpit, I think. How's this dried? I'll be able to scrape that clean. And how much of it are we going to see once it's up in there? You might get a glimpse of it. Better to fill it a little and not worry about it than to not fill it and have it be plain as day, right? Okay. Let me... Yeah, we'll spray the wheel well parts because I got to put those together and put them on the cockpit, but then I can spray these, this, and this in dark dull gray. Get the white. Gear bay doors. Nose gear. And we'll do the landing legs while we're at it. Okay. That was me blowing air through my fingers.
Face with tears of joy emoji.
And it surprised Allie too. She moved over to the couch and I saw her head pop up when I did it. She had the same "the fuck was that" look on her face. I don't even think I have enough in here to pour back out. Nope. Guessed that amount just right, didn't I? Allie girl, your box top is still over here. At first I was thinking I could do a put it on a stick, you know, a flying version, because the pilots are really well done. They're both looking the same way. But the more I looked at it, and I'm like, well, the nose gear doors are built into the walls that are glued into the well. It comes with more stuff to make it interesting on its landing gear than if I were to do it in flight.
At Almanac asks you don't put down anything to protect working surface when spraying like this. Or just very efficient at cleaning overspray before it dries.
This stuff will get most acrylic paints off of your cutting mat. Just spray it on, let it sit for a minute, wipe it off. And ammoniated blue glass cleaner, Windex, rips Tamiya off anything, so I just clean between builds. Once I'm done with this for the night, I'll clean it up, put it in the box, spray down the mat, clean it off. Because that's just it. Overspray is usually mostly dry by the time it actually hits the desk. So it actually comes up very easily. Plus, taking a minute to wipe down the desk surface just helps kind of get that feeling of, okay, this session is done for today. Trying to be fancy.
At Almanac said cool. Found some products to look at. Can always improve on either tuning, process, or product.
Thing is, I have an airbrushing hood and all that. With the evacuation fan and all that wonderful stuff. It's actually more of a hassle to use it than not. Where I have to put it, the ducting doesn't fit right where I want it to go. Just, yeah, nothing works out right for it. Come on, you. Really? That's the kind of weekend we're having then. Okay. Got all those little clips out for nothing. Well, darn. Those should dry pretty quickly. Anything else need to be that color? Yes. Inner canopy frame. Make sure I got everything pretty well coated. Oh, let's not put that up, because if YouTube hears that too much, they'll shut the stream down. It's like, why does this sound like Queensryche? Because it was Queensryche. Eh. Why did it do that? Start getting some more music up. There we go. Anybody else worked on anything interesting? these over here. And I'll show you right now just how fast that stuff works.
Said not really anything related to projects.
And then later on, when the stream's over, I'll hit it up again, and that'll be gone. Okay. Oh, hey, Craven. I didn't notice you come in. Wrong window.
At Almanac said gotcha.
And I'm trying to decide on what color I want that quilted padding to look like. In some, it just looks like another gray. In others, it looks more like a buff brown. I'm probably going to go with the aggressor gray. Slightly warmer. Yeah, I think we'll go with that.
At BMCRAD&TFK said snuck in the back door.
Is that why it itches? Oh, wait. Never mind. No, it's nylon. It just depends on the dirt and the production batch. And all it is just a quilted padding that's put in there. It's too cold. Here we go. So we're probably going to spend a good chunk of this stream just on these parts right here, painting them up. Because I've got to paint these quilted areas. That circuit breaker needs to be painted black and then the details pulled out. Same with the quilts here. All the panels. And then plucking out all the dials and gauges on here is going to be interesting. This won't look too much different at first, but it will dry to a warmer gray tone, which that's all the distinction it needs. Then I can put a wash over it and pluck out the highlights a bit better. Come on, sit still. Well, autofocus didn't like moving down like that. I don't know if they still use these now, but back when I was going through tech school, these were flying like crazy at Shepherd Air Force Base. They were a trainer there. Really high-pitched whistle for the exhaust. They called them the tweet. And you'd look at it and you think, oh, how cute, it's just a little trainer. You didn't think it would come with a 7.62 minigun in the nose and 8 weapon stations on the wings.
Ed Almanac said might just be my screen, but literally can't see any difference after you put paint down face with tears of joy emoji.
Yeah. That's how subtle the difference is on the real thing, too. It'll pop a little bit in a minute. But you can see how it's a warmer tone if I can get autofocus to play really nice with me. I can't. Or as I always say, trust the process.
Ed Almanac said yeah, up close it is a lot more visible. At Theog CRAVNTFK said it has a slight purplish hue compared to the rest.
I'd say it shifts more towards the green-brown, where the base color is purplish. I don't care what anyone tells you. All these panels are all black plates with the dials and switches on them. At most they'll have like a gray surround from where they don't cover up the housing. And most of the switches, unless they're red or yellow, are generally the same color as the inside of the aircraft. So you can dry brush to your heart's content to bring out the dials and knobs and switches. And then just figure out which ones should be red or yellow or whatever other color is necessary. And pluck them out when you need them. Now the instrument panel is where it begins to get tricky. Because sometimes it's just the gauges that are the black portion. And you gotta figure out which ones you're working around. And to be honest, my eyes really aren't up to this today, but I'm doing it anyway. Who is that? Hi, Marmar. I feel like I still haven't woken up, and I've even had 2 cups of coffee and some breakfast. I didn't stay up terribly late, didn't sleep in late either. I just feel really groggy still. I'm referring to a picture of the real cockpit as far as to what I'm doing with what. Some of the dials I'm not even going to pluck out until after I give it a slight wash, just so I can see the round faces easier. Because the wash combined with a little bit of dry brushing will make that pop out more. Okay, that's yellow. That's yellow. What, Marbles? I don't have any food for you, bud. I know, you just want attentions. Yeah? And? You're just gonna yell at me, huh? Okay, can't open that. Save that for later. I probably won't put the seats in until after the whole fuselage is closed up. Actually, one moment. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think you guys would want to hear me doing my Titanic impression. Gotta pause again. It's a slightly slower version of what I was dealing with all day on Tuesday. Good lord. I'm not seeing a lot of yellow knobs or switches on the main control panel. Looks like there might be one right through here. Like a warning hazard sign. Yeah, not a whole heck of a lot. was my elbow. Now this is just a thin acrylic wash. I'm using it to outline stuff that I can't really see very well anymore. I'm trying to get it to collect around dial faces and such, but it doesn't seem to want to behave today. I'll deal with it as I can. Normally I'd do this over a glossed surface, but I kind of want to stain it a little bit. Go on one side. There. Yeah, but I'm amazed how much detail Monogram got into this, because it's obviously a little bit simple just for the molding, but all the major details are there. They didn't really leave anything out. I think to expect anything more than this from a plastic kit at the price point this was sold at originally is honestly being a little too anal retentive. When this came out, this was like a $5 to $10 kit if I remember right. You're talking 92. And at the time, it had never been done in this scale. It was always the Hasegawa one, and then later the Academy one in 72nd. Nobody had really done it in 48th. To be honest, I don't remember finishing this kit when I first built it. We're going to make sure I do that this time around. I honestly don't remember getting into the painting phase of this when I first built it years and years and years ago. But I'm going to take a break real quick, go and get some water, and be right back. Alright, I'm back. Gonna put a little alcohol down into the neck of this bottle to see if I can free it up. I really don't feel like doing the whole hot water thing. So some 90% ISO should do it. There's the water. I'm gonna have a snack real quick too. I got some cream cheese and Ritz. Making sure Marbles isn't back around. I almost rolled the chair back on him. He was laying right behind me. I didn't know it.
At 3 Spikes Railroad said hi everyone.
Hey, 3 Spikes. How you doing?
At 3 Spikes Railroad said happy early 4th, be safe.
Well, I gotta work on the 4th, so it's just another day to me. And 95% of my state can't even light off fireworks.
At 3 Spikes Railroad said I'm good my friend, how are you?
I got fire tankers flying over my house every day.
At 3 Spikes Railroad said I used to. At 3 Spikes Railroad said I was a wildland firefighter, so I know. M4JORH4V0K said good evening young MSN. Just wanted to say happy 250th treason day to you ex-colonials come sticking out.
Well, Major Havoc, it seems like you guys are on the brink of having
That I always learned on fire.
November the 5th Take 2 coming up soon if things don't change.
M4JORH4V0K said LUL so true.
Sorry you're sitting here watching me just stuff my face. I just got the munchies.
At 3 Spikes Railroad said I worked at Fox Tanker Base in California on my days off, so yeah, it's been a sad busy fire season.
Oh, I'm not in California, that's the thing. But the governor has put a statewide ban on general fireworks, and then each county is in charge of whether it enforces it or not. The county I'm in, they're allowed,
Spikes Railroad said the government is
but,
actually fire suppression.
oh yeah, it is. But where I live, they're allowed.
At 3 Spikes Railroad said Colorado.
Utah. I think we had 24 new fires start just the other day. Almost done. And I'm trying to give this a minute to dry up. There we go. I was about to pull out the old Ultra Magnus. Damn it, open. But it opened before then. There we go. See if we can try moving this just a little bit closer. Well, my autofocus just really does not want to play on this camera, does it?
Spikes Railroad said I have not been on my channel.
That's alright. I took a couple weeks off myself. Sometimes you gotta do that.
Spikes Railroad said just posting videos.
You see how that just popped those buttons and switches out a little bit? As of right now, I'm still 50-50 on if I want to go to the club meeting or not.
At Almanac said you'll go. You know you want to.
I don't know.
Winking face emoji.
Like I said, it depends on how I feel towards the end of the day, too. I'm still dealing with this allergy, head cold, snot-nosed brat feeling, you know, just ugh.
At 3 Spikes Railroad said I was going to go to a car show tonight with my Mustang, but man, it's humid here and hot.
Well, that's the other thing is I think I got bad gas last week. Because my car's been sluggish as all hell. And it smells like it's running off varnish. You know that old varnishy smell old gas gets? That's what's currently coming out of my car.
Said my allergy are killing me too.
And it's even the 88 octane. Tried an octane booster and some seafoam in it to see if I could get whatever it is to clean out, go away. Nope. Mix this with a slightly little bit lighter gray just to get some of these other details popped. Open up the 30-year-old paint.
At 3 Spikes Railroad said mine seems okay, but as hot as it is I worry about vapor locking.
See, I don't worry about that. Good carb with an aluminum intake manifold and a good constant velocity flex fan.
For a second, I thought you meant the kind of bad gas that makes you impossible to be around face with tears
No.
of joy emoji face with tears of joy emoji.
Kroger bad gas.
At 3 Spikes Railroad said I have a 1966 Mustang 302 in it.
Mine's a 305 that's been heavily reworked, but that's just it. Edelbrock carburetor on a low compression 78 motor, even with the work I've had done, should chew on this crap and spit it out like no problems. Unfortunately, it is not. And it smells horrible.
Davos said, oh yeah, treason day.
Wow, that was a bit delayed.
At 3 Spikes Railroad said you ever clean your gas tank out?
I haven't had an issue. It was relatively new when I bought it, and I've never had flow or fuel quality issues before. I run heat through it periodically, get the water out of it. This is the first time I ever got bad gas. It could be the fact that they've upped the ethanol in it, so it's not burning as fully as it should be. If that's the case, I might have to search out the places that have the ethanol free.
At 3 Spikes Railroad said, well, looking good. At 3 Spikes Railroad said you all have a great 4th. I'm off to get something cold to drink. See you later.
Alright, have a good one.
Davos said later railroad. At 3 Spikes Railroad said he'll be posting videos from now on, so catch you later.
Take it easy. One moment, please.
Davos said need to start Duck's 250th anniversary booth built some point soon then.
Kind of a little late since the 250th is in 2 days. Unless you're just going to do the old Revell snap-tight FDNY fire truck.
09 Davo said ended up with an Edouard P51 to build since a Triceratops isn't American.
Actually, I thought the Triceratops was almost exclusively American. In terms, that's where we find most of them. There are other species of it that they probably find elsewhere, but a majority of them, I think, are here. There was something I was going to do.
Said that's what I said, haha. But someone asked the Triceratops what nationality it was, and it either didn't know what the USA was or couldn't answer because it was just a skeleton at that point.
Then don't worry about it. So what you need to do is put a skeletonized George Washington waving the original American flag, riding said Triceratops skeleton. And I totally didn't outline this side. I'm an idiot.
09 Davos said LOL.
There we go. Is autofocus focusing for you guys, or is it just locked? Getting kind of tired of this.
Said yeah, it's working well enough.
Not well enough for me. gonna lock it right here for now since... Damn it. This is where I'm gonna be working at mostly. That's better. I want to at least get the cockpit installed today. What was that one called? Sorry, give me just a moment. I think the instrument cluster gets put in after. Yeah, but before the fuselage is sealed up. There's no nub for it.
Said, I kinda dig this music.
It's by Evil Sound. You can look up his channel on YouTube. EVLSOUND. I like using it. He changes it up a little sometimes, but it mostly sounds kind of like this. So what I have to do is fill in this cavity over here with putty, epoxy putty. Same with this one over here to get enough nose weight on her. Then I got to figure out if there's enough space forward of the landing gear to get more weight in. Ah! It's fucking twice. I'm not having a good day, guys. And whenever I need to add weight to the nose of a model, I don't bother with liquid lead or liquid gravity or fishing weights or anything.
At Almanac said OAI generated.
Not totally AI generated. The guy does do live mixing on it. But the main thing, at least for YouTube, is it's not copyright restricted. So it's better than the usual, what's the word I'm looking for? Free use music. Better than elevator music. All right. Come on. Where's the lower wing? Now, there's not a lot of room forward of the wing. But this might be doing the trick. This goes like that. Can I get that in after? Because I want to get the other side weighted up. What, the fact that it's not copyright restricted? Even though legislation just came down stating that, like, if I'm streaming and I just have music going, I should be allowed to do it as fair use. But you think YouTube will change its copyright laws because of that? No. I can put that in after. Alright. So I want to get... royalty free. That's the word I was looking for. Royalty free. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, I gotta cut the hull open for the refueling probe. There we go. So let me get this glued in over here. Make sure that nothing else needs to go inside it first. I can get the cowl in after. Got the hole opened. Landing gear can stay off. Everything else is pretty much easy to install afterward. I don't know if I will be painting the air brake. I don't know if... I have to look at pictures and see if that sags down as it sits. There is a little open piece that goes on the nose here that I should be able to put a little more putty in before I glue that on. So yeah, this should be quite nose heavy, which is what I want. Go. think we're gonna have a really good fit on this. Because I want to leave all this out until after I paint the fuselage. It'll just make masking easier if I don't have to worry about going back. So that goes in like that. The seats, the sticks, the throttles, they can all be accessed. Okay. Let's see how well you match up. Oh yeah, that's going to be a good fit. I should be able to really blend that with some Mr. Surfacer and alcohol. I shouldn't really need to do much sanding. Still have to paint the cushions on the seats, the belts. But overall, it is looking very good. At least I think. We'll continue with this on Sunday, because I have reached a point where I need to let it sit. I don't want to go throwing the wings on yet until I know this is all set up, because the upper and lower halves, I can't just glue them together and then slap it up. The way this overhangs, I don't think I can get that on there. Let's find out. I don't think I'll be able to just slide these up and on after they're glued together. If I can, I'll be surprised. Yeah, I still need to put things inside for the intakes, so it's probably best if I don't pre-assemble all this. We'll just wait. So, we'll end it here for today, but we got a good chunk done. Decent first stream back. Wish I was feeling a little bit better, but still got the sniffles. Yeah. So y'all take it easy. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for stopping by. And I will see you all Sunday. So have a good day. Have a good evening. Have a good weekend.